So, as a child, what career did you aspire to pursue when you grew up?
I think when I was a child, I was growing up in a small city of Patna, and I think that time I was wondering if I'll be allowed to have a career at all or not because that was not very common. But I saw my dad in business, and one thing while I was growing up, I was sure that I'll take up a job and not business, but destiny had it some other
Other
way.
plans, yeah. So, what has been the biggest life lesson till now?
I think one of the biggest life lesson, and especially for a person who is a little more introvert like me, is always to build relationships, not take relationships for granted. I think when I was in my job before we started with Team Pumpkin, I made some really good relationships, and there could have been reason to burn the bridges a lot of times, but I think where I am today is because of the network I could create, the kind of resources I could create, and also whenever I got a chance, I helped people from all my heart without expecting anything in return. And I think that feeling sort of multiplied and came back to me over and over, and I think that's one of the biggest lesson I can give to anyone today. If you're not liking the company you're working for, if you're not liking the boss you're working with, don't burn bridges because you never know what relationship will come back and reward
True,
you.
that's
So
very true. You never know when you need or when someone needs.
absolutely, and the circle is small, the world is small, you always cross paths with same people.
So, if you had the opportunity to take a 1 year long break,
Okay.
so what will you do then?
I think I have a 1 year old baby at home right now,
Oh,
and I think, as any other mother who is a
yes, you can.
professional, I think you keep on feeling this guilt always of not giving your baby enough time. So yeah, I'll spend a lot of time with him.
No, I'm also a mother of a young
Wow.
child. So, could you suggest a must-read book for the young people, the Gen Z?
A lot of books and in different genres, but and there's no particular book I recommend because my way of learning is always taking on learnings from anything I read. So sometimes even if it is a fictional book that I'm reading, I take a lot of learning. So when you're talking about fiction, I think I definitely recommend 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. I love that book so much, but otherwise, I think I love reading autobiography. The latest one I read was Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, story of Nike, and it was extremely inspiring. Otherwise, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant, The Psychology of Money. I think all these books are, you know, life builders actually, and I definitely recommend.
So, if given the chance, whose shoes would you step in for a day?
Wow. That's a very interesting question. I was thinking whose shoes would I want to step in for a day? I think I want to step in my baby shoe for a day because I sometimes get so fascinated that, before even he needs something, we already are prepared that, okay, he's gonna feel hungry, let's feed him already. He can demand, he can take us for a ride, and he can do whatever he wants. So yeah, I would want to live that life for a day.
Kids get the maximum thing.
Absolutely. I mean, he could, make us do whatever he wants right now.
Just to make him happy, you can do
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah, we
I
can
know,
go
I
to
know.
any extent at all.
So, a business secret that you live by?
My business secret that I live by is to be extremely financially disciplined. I think this is one lesson we got very, very early on when we did not take finances seriously, so much so that we were almost embarrassed to follow up for our own payments. But almost that pushed us to a very, very difficult spot. And from then on, we have been extremely particular about financially being extremely disciplined. And this is one life lesson I'd give to everyone, that financial discipline will take you a very, very long
Right,
way.
right,
So,
right, right. Three things that you always carry with you.
I always carry a lipstick with me. I always carry my mobile phone with me. People joke that I can't live without it, and I think that may be
No
true.
one can definitely do
Absolutely,
that.
right? So that is what I carry, and I carry my prescriptive medicine with me. Yeah.
That would be all.
Yes,
And
thank you
Swati,
so
it was
much.
lovely, lovely, lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much, Ava. My pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.